Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Gabby, and you saw the title of the video, which is going to be my review on Lexapro for I think it's going on about 5 months now, 4 or 5, somewhere around there. And I just want to touch on, like, if anybody else is in this space where they don't know if they should try it or not, and just my review, like how I feel, everything, okay? All right, we don't need too much of an intro. I'm gonna just kind of get right into like the backstory of what led me to seek antidepressants. So okay, it's I don't know where to start. Okay, so because I feel like it's multiple things, but I'm gonna touch on the main thing, which is, if y'all know, I'm a keloid warrior. That's what my surgeon calls this. Like, I suffer with multiple keloids all over, not all over my body, but like in various places, right? So I want to say since my early 20s, I had like one develop when I was 18 on my chest, which was initially like a pimple, and then it got larger and larger. When it wouldn't heal correctly, it started growing bigger outside of the bounds. And then I went to a dermatologist and she told me what it was, and I got steroid injections. Everybody, you know, is pretty much familiar. That's the way they tell you to try to get rid of them, to treat them. So I do that, and then I want to say like a couple of years later, spontaneous ones started forming on my shoulders, and I started like seeking different treatments. I got cryotherapy to get rid of them, and that just made it worse. I flew all the way to New York to get cryotherapy by another doctor. I forgot what his name was. Excuse me, my nose itching. Yeah, I forgot what his name was, but flew all the way there, came back, didn't work, and it just, I started noticing that I did not have any energy. But along the fact that I would be like crying every other day, that's like an obvious sign. But I did not have any energy, and I just felt like, okay, I want to do these things with my day, but I swear I could only knock one thing out. And I was training clients at LA Fitness at the time. I was a personal trainer at LA Fitness, and I would, you know, work on my clients for the day, come home and go to sleep. Like, I could not bear anything else. And my best friend, I remember her coming by one day and she was like, "You wore your hair like that to work?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, and the problem is, so, and the only reason she said that was because she knows me. She knows I love a good sew-in, I love a good hairstyle, I love switching my hair up, I love getting my hair done, period. Like, that's the reason I have a job. Like, what? So she noticed that, and but for years I kept pushing along, right? No, I wasn't even anywhere near wanting to try antidepressants yet. It got to years later to where, like, you know, everything started weighing on me as far as not being where I wanted to feel, like not being, excuse me, I gotta breathe and slow down, but not being where I feel like I wanted to be in life. On top of these keloids is growing, like, you know, I'm turning into a human chocolate chip cookie, and it's just really getting to me. On top of that, I need money to solve that, so it's putting a stress on me. Relationships, I'm not even trying to date because I'm the type of person, like, I want to feel confident within myself first, you know. And I just feel like it would be a recipe for disaster if I continue to date where I'm not solid with me. So I'm just like shelled off. I didn't put myself on my own little island. Like, most of the time my phone is on D&D, and it's not because like anything against anybody else. I just felt like nobody really understood what I was going through, and I felt like it would be best, like, I don't like putting my negative energy on anybody else if I'm going through something. So I rather prefer to just like get myself together in my corner. So that's what I was doing, like, you know. And on top of that, I didn't really have energy to socialize. Like, I couldn't fake, like, the best way to describe it is I did not have energy to fake like I was okay in front of people. So that led me to just wanting to be to myself, because I'm like, I don't want them to be like, what's wrong with her attitude? And I'm like, You know, I can't even fake a smile right now. Like, every day I'm just literally trying to make myself be productive, reach for goals, attain that, check these things off my list. Like, the main thing being these things off of my body, getting these things off of my body. So it got to the point where I started getting like therapy. I think they call it cognitive therapy, where you just talk, like talk sessions, and that would help. But it was once a week, and once that week was up, I would be fiending to talk again. Like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? But what I noticed is that it was helping me break down the barrier of not being able to be consistent, because what they do is they kind of try to rewire your thoughts. So it's cognitive. They try to get your brain to take different cognitive paths when you are faced with challenges and stuff like that. So I remember this was around like not my first keloid surgery. This was maybe my second or third one. It was like on my shoulders, and my nose keeps itching. On my second or third one, and the counselor was really cool, whatever like that, and I still like use some of the stuff to this day that she told me, and mindset and stuff like that. But after that, you know, it got expensive. My insurance didn't cover it, so I was just like, okay, I just need to push forward. Like, I started to develop the mindset that I felt like, okay, I know for sure something is wrong. Like, I'm a little down. Who wouldn't be? And I just took on the idea of like, okay, who wouldn't be sad? You know what I'm saying? Who wouldn't be like not themselves right now? Who wouldn't be affected mentally, spiritually, physically, like everything? Who wouldn't be? So I just took it like, okay, it's regular for me to be feeling this way, and it's situational. So I categorize myself as like, all right, well, this is situational depression. Like, I don't need to do nothing about it except change my situation, like, because that's the only way I'm gonna start feeling better. Is everything, it's the situation that I'm in and as a whole. Like, so I took on that mindset. And once again, the energy thing, right? So YouTube, for example, I would want to post, I swear I could not get the energy to bust out more than one video a week, and even that was pushing it. That was struggle bus for me, and I just could not figure out why I was procrastinating so much. Like, I would wake up, go straight to the gym, shower, whatever like that, and then whatever I had like business wise that I needed to do for myself, or any of my goals, like filming content, do this, do that, that had to do with me growing my business, I will be procrastinating. I will be waiting to the last minute, if not pushing it off to the next day, because I literally didn't have the energy to do it. I literally did not have the energy to put on any makeup, keep my hair done, nothing. So, and when I say keep my hair done, like, I literally would be in, I mean, I would get it pressed, but after that press was old, like, it would just be in a bun. It would just be in a high bun. So that's, you know, where I want to say but still no, I still did not make the decision yet, right? Or even consider it yet. Well, I think in this period I was kind of like, should I think I was kind of starting to look it up, but not really. So that happens, and then I go through this like spiritual awakening. I feel like I've had multiple, but this time I really I actually had a spiritual awakening that I started like thinking New Age was God, and it was not. So but this time, you know, it was God, and I'm having a spiritual awakening the Christian way. Like, fasting, just hearing God's voice, just really allowing him to come into my life and give me that peace, and doing what he wants in return, which is like changing my ways as much as I know, like everything I'm feeling convicted about, I'm changing, and that in return is giving me peace, happiness, joy, hope, all the fruits of the spirit, right? However, I am not gonna lie, that energy part still was not there like that. And I'm doing everything, multivitamin, iron supplements because I am anemic, everything, and it's feeling better, but I'm working a job now and I do not have the energy to work a job and go for what, you know, and do content or whatever I want to do outside of this, what my ultimate goal is outside of working. I don't have any energy to put inside of that, and I barely have energy to go to work decent. So I'm like, there's still something wrong, because everybody else can come in here half decent, everybody else can, like, you know, I still feel it's a problem here. So fast forward to my last surgery, right, which was like the chest or whatever like that. I want to say right before the surgery, yeah, because I remember asking in my pre-op, like, is it okay if I am on antidepressants, like, you know, because they do a little telehealth appointment with you where they basically say, like, tell you what to stop taking and tell you what to take and all that stuff. So I remember asking during that time. I wasn't on them yet, but this is when I was considering. I was like, oh, is it okay if she was like, yeah, that's fine, like, you know, just let us know. So mind you, I still didn't take them yet, and this is where I started to have the battle between being a Christian, or I don't want to say being, like, trusting God, and, you know, like, yeah, I feel like if I take these, does that mean I don't trust God? Or does that mean that I'm saying he's not enough, his comfort is not enough? And I mulled over that for a little bit, like I said, a little bit before my last surgery. But I mean my chest surgery, because that wasn't even my last one. But I was just like, no, like, something, you know what it was, if I can find her channel, I'm gonna put it on here. But I was listening to a black psychiatrist, and she was like speaking scientific facts. Now that's what gets me too. It's like, when it comes to the health of the body, she was talking about the state that your brain is in when you are depressed. Like, it's actually inflammation, like it's actually inflamed. I know, of course, like, we know it's a chemical imbalance, but among that chemical imbalance is inflammation, and you can get it to a point where it is hard to, like, balance it back if it goes so far untreated. That's why they tell you to do something about it, you know. And I'm not saying everybody who's depressed, like, needs, because you can get those molecules to go back naturally, you know, but everybody's different, I'm gonna just say that. So I started listening to her videos, and when she said inflammation in the brain, and I'm looking up stuff for, like, my skin, and that has to do with inflammation, and it has to do with your neural pathways in your brain, that kind of got me to where I was like, I might want to really consider these, right? So fast forward, past the surgery, the chest surgery, and I'm maybe like 4 months post-op, 4 or 5, and I'm just feeling a way that I have never felt before in my life. Like, I'm knocking everything out. Everything that I'm wanting to do, I'm doing it. I don't know if y'all saw, like, I put a surgery vlog, I have 2 of them. My last one, I was talking about how I felt like the surgery would affect me, like how I was hoping that it would affect me, you know. And hold on, I think I gotta change my memory card. I'll be right back. I'm back. I'm sorry if the angle is, like, different, but okay. So while I was changing the memory card, I thought about something. I thought about how the Christian mindset, how that kind of, like, how I got out of the guilt. I won't say the Christian mindset, I'll say the guilt of being a Christian and taking it. So I thought about if someone has a very debilitating disease or something wrong with them, like cancer, like, hold on, I was waiting for this live stream to come on. Hold on, I gotta pause it. Oh no. Okay, I had to pause that, my bad, y'all. But yes, so how I got out of that, like I said, I was thinking, what if somebody has something, cancer, you have the type of strep throat or something that only gets gotten rid of by antibiotics. What are you going at that point? Like, that's another thing, I'm not really a Western medicine girl. Like, I don't really like the pharmaceutical industry. Of course, I'm in health and fitness, like, you know, I believe in natural things and everything like that. And I was for the longest like, oh yeah, endorphins. Okay, endorphins got me in the shower and to eat breakfast, nothing else. So yeah, I took on that mindset, like, why would God be guilty, make you feel guilty? Like, that's not the way, that's not how he is. I feel like the more I learned about him, the more I tried to seek his face, the more comfortable I felt, the more like I felt like less guilty and less like, it does not mean you don't trust him. Like, he put these things on earth to help you. It's a matter of, are you abusing them? It's a matter of, I don't think anybody like abuses antidepressant. Like, clearly you need it, but you know, it's a matter of that, like, is it a dire situation for you? And you're not saying you don't trust him, you're just using another one of his tools that he put here. Mind you, it's not a tool that he said in the Bible don't use, so I'm gonna use it. So that's where my mindset changed, okay? And it was like in a blink of an eye. It was a split second. I remember the day. It was so weird. I did not really, it was like something else was moving. I was like, let me get on here, schedule this appointment. Yep. And you know what else it was? It was like, I know I need some type of therapy. Okay. So going back to how I felt, I was knocking everything out. I was really productive. I was feeling how I wanted to feel, how I felt like it was going to affect me, but I didn't want it to stop. When you are going through these surgeries, going through this type of healing, because there's radiation, it is a long process. You're not able to do a lot of the things that you may regularly do, like me, work out and just getting dressed, being able to wear certain things, or, you know, not to be so shallow, like life is just about that, like, but for someone who creates content and who's trying to, you know, get out there and build a brand for themselves, a lot of my work does revolve around what I wear, how, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, or even not being able to have your daily routine and just waiting for something to close up, not knowing the end results. You know, I'm doing everything I can to make sure it doesn't come back, but it's taking a longer time for me to see, because it takes a longer time for it to heal with the radiation. So that can cause anxiety, and these in general give you anxiety. Imagine just, you know what I'm saying, they're hard, it's hard to explain, but anybody else who suffers with keloids knows the feeling I'm describing. Like, so it's like you're always feeling them, either they're itching or they're hurting, like you have sharp pains going through them, and it's just like a reminder, constant reminder that they're there. So anyway, I don't do story times really on this channel, so you gotta excuse me. Oh, okay, so like I said, it was like zip, blink of an eye, I'm doing it, I'm getting it, because like I said, I had that mindset of like, if you really need it, and if this was anything else, why would you play around with your health? And I can't believe I forgot this. So when they check to see if you're a candidate for surgery, make sure everything's good. When they did that the last time, well, with my chest surgery, the doctor came back and, you know, she had me fill a survey out, because I was just mentioning like, hey, is there anybody you could refer me to for counseling? She was like, yeah, fill this out, we'll see where you are, and da-da-da-da. Child, she came back in that room like, did you know you have 30 minutes? Yes, 30. She's like, you're suffering from major depressive disorder. And I'm like, whoa, I didn't know it was that bad. Like, that really hit me, but it made sense. It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't that shocked. I was just like, dang. Like, so that's what I've been feeling. That's why I literally cannot do anything but lay in the bed. Besides, like, I want to say I was like a highly functioning person with depression, and that's only because I was trying to get money to do what I had to do, like, honestly, to get me out of it, you know. But yeah, so from that point it was kind of really in the back of my mind, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it. But I didn't want to introduce my body to something new like right before surgery, so I was like, I think I'm gonna see how I feel after and then go for it. And like I said, after, I felt amazing. It was like a whole new world. It's like going outside every day and it's black and white outside, and then going out for the first time and seeing the colors. I'm sorry, I know that was corny, y'all, but I'm like, I'm about to cry. But like, you know, going back outside, and that's the only way I could describe this feeling. Like, the last time I remember feeling like this was when I did not have these all over my body and stuff, you know. So like, I don't know how to describe, like, every day is a new opportunity, like it's a new possibility for the day. It was a time I did not feel like that. So I did it. Like I said, I didn't have it planned out like, oh, 5th month I'm gonna do it, this month I'm gonna do it. I just randomly one day shot up and was like, yeah, let me go get these, let me schedule this appointment real quick. Like, I was scheduling an eyebrow wax, like, yeah. I was like, okay, well, there it is, you know. All guilt was left. All, didn't think about any of that, because I really prayed about it, and he put it on my spirit to feel comfortable, like, you know. So I did that. I had the consultation with the psychiatrist. She's a really nice lady. And I want to add this in too, I am a very private person. I'm doing this, anybody who talks to me on the phone or anything like that is like, what, you do YouTube? Like, it doesn't make sense to them. But I want to do this to help anybody who's like going through similar things as me. But I'm having a brain fart. Oh, okay. So yeah, so I got on the phone where I was saying, I'm a private person, right? So I know people who be telling their clients business. So I'm like, you know what, not that I have anything to be embarrassed about, but that still doesn't mean that I want to spill my heart out to somebody who might use my situation for something to talk about at lunch next week. Like, I'm not the one. So that's another thing. Like, I was like, well, let me just go this route, you know, let me try it out, along with the inflammation stuff too. So she, you know, asked me some questions, kind of the same ones I asked that were that I filled out at the doctor. She was like, yeah, you know, this will be a really good option for you. And she started me off with Lexapro, and she started me off with 5 milligrams. And she said I took 5 milligrams the first 5 days, and then she was like, after the 5th day, go up to 10 and keep it there. And then, like, you know, she was checking in with me, seeing how I felt. Like, I want to say in the beginning I had a follow-up appointment every month, yeah, just to see how it's like working with my body and everything. And then, like, she spaced the checkups, like our last appointment. She was just like, girl, okay, well, let's put it to 3 months, because you clearly all right with this. So I did not have to change the medicine. Like, I love Lexapro. As far as like side effects and stuff, nothing. So let's get into how it felt, the medicine itself, like the Lexapro itself. Let's get into how that went. So I went, picked it up on the same day as the appointment. Like, I was on it, took it, and you're going to be, well, for me, I was so sleepy. All I could do for the first couple of days, I remember writing it down, because I knew I wanted to do this video and kind of share the experience, because that's another thing I did not see a lot of, you know, sharing these type of experiences. I don't know if we just don't believe in taking them, you know, we rather do talk therapy, or I don't know. But I did not see a lot of our reviews at all, and it's a scientific fact that we process and express depression differently than other races. So I kind of felt like we might react different to the medicine too, you know. So I went, got it. Like I said, I wrote it down, but I remember exactly how I felt: sleepy, hungry, but after I took a nap, like I was cool. Did I feel like a zombie? No, but I felt really chill. Like my temperament did not feel the same, I will say that. Like right away I felt kind of like a chill, but it was kind of in a way that normal things that would normally bother me, that should not bother me, didn't bother me anymore. You get what I'm saying? Because it's the anxiety and depression, and some of the things, like she was telling me like, well, what's making you, and I'm like, well, listen, I have a long surgery journey to go. I could see if this was the end of the road, I might try to tough it out and be like, it was situational anyway, so we're at the end of the situation. Yes, it was situational, but we're not at the end of the situation, you know. And this is like I said, it's a long journey, and I want to have enough like endurance and everything to push through. On top of that, I don't want my chemistry to be something, like I want to do everything I can to give me the best chances, you know what I'm saying, at really getting out of life what I'm trying to get. So she's like, okay. And like I said, okay, back to how you feel. I don't feel numb, I don't feel like a zombie, but I felt really chill. Like I said, things don't bother me as much. Then after the first 5 days, when I did the 10, whew, I got even sleepier, but it was only for the first 2 days once that dosage changed. Then the appetite came in, it made me really hungry, it made me eat like twice, like a lot more than I normally eat. What else? I don't feel numb, like, you know, some of the things that you might be scared of with that you've heard about taking them, I didn't feel that. So I don't feel any numbness of emotion. I still laugh, I still I mean, God has me in such a good place, thank God. Like, you know, I'm not saying that life is gonna life. It's gonna have its ups and downs. I'm not saying that like, oh, you know, because I'm locked in with God, I'm never gonna cry again. Like, that's unrealistic. But I haven't been in a space to where I needed to, thank God. And you know, he really has been keeping me. Like I said, those fruits of the spirit is real. I cannot stress that enough. Besides all this, like me strengthening my relationship with him, it was just like a perfect pair. So yeah, I do not feel like any insomnia. I go to bed at the same time every night. It never upset my stomach, no reactions to my skin, nothing like that. I just feel like the me before all this happened. That's literally the best way I can describe it. And as far as getting things done, no more procrastination. And I think that's the anxiety, because she kept letting me know, like, okay, yes, this is the one you need to try, because it's anxiety and depression. So I don't procrastinate anymore. I don't need as much me time as I did before. Maybe about 30 minutes, an hour of entertainment, and I'm off doing what I have to do. I'm putting myself out there in ways that I never saw myself doing, and it's all because I feel like I was in my head a lot before. And I just, it's a lot. It's like situational, like I said, but I feel like it's all tying together, and I feel like this is part of the reason for it. Dang, this memory card going out too, y'all. I'm going through like 3 memory cards right now. Okay, have y'all seen that reel where is it James Brown? He's on the Stairmaster, and it's like, when you thought doing the Stairmaster for 30 minutes was a good idea, and he's coming up like that's how I feel. We about to be done, I promise, I promise. Oh, and about that real video, I got something to say about that, because y'all should not be doing a Stairmaster for 30 minutes, but we gonna get into it later. But yes, so where was I? Okay, I was going over symptoms or the lack thereof. I mean, and then I told myself too, I'm gonna give it a shot. Like, I'm going to try it for a minute. I'm not going to hop on and then hop off. I know some people kind of, I don't know if they get scared or I don't know, but some people I notice, like, as soon as they start taking it, like a month later, they just say they don't feel like themselves. I did not experience that either. Like I say, the most accurate description, if you have been through things or you're going through a situation that is extremely tough, for you to get through and do anything more than be a high functioning person with depression, then this is just gonna make you feel like before any of that stuff happened. Like I said, no procrastination, doing things that, putting myself out there in ways that I didn't think, not overthinking, so I'm able to get my work done. I'm able, like, the consistency has been nuts. I know I haven't been consistent on here, but if you go on my Instagram, yeah, we're in that bag, okay? And that's it. Like, I'm sharing this because look at my bio. Like, we're on a glow up journey together, and I mean that. And mindset is everything. The inner is everything before the outer. So yeah, me addressing that, once I got a little taste of what it felt like to be somewhat out of that mental prison, like, oh my goodness, I was like, I don't want this to stop. What do I have to do? And that made me kind of go towards that, because I'm like, well, I know that this is kind of gonna be a bumpy road ahead, no pun intended. Like, you know, I'm going to continue trying to remove every single one, and I want to say maybe I got like 3 or 4 surgeries left, but all of them, I had one removed maybe 3 months now on the back of my arm. Everything that I remove, everything, there will be updates on this channel. I will be doing an update on my chest. Now my battery about to go out. They like, shut up. So yes, I just wanted to say that. And as always, like, if you are going through anything, I promise your time will come where it cannot rain forever. You know what I'm saying? And just do your best to get as close to God as you can, and then he's gonna literally lead the way to the rest. And you're gonna be like, what? I didn't even know the what? Promise you. But I love you, and be kind to yourself while you're going through this. Be gentle with yourself, and do not forget to celebrate, like, the small wins. Don't forget to celebrate literally you just making it another day and breathing. That got me through my worst days, my worst moments. I was like, well, I made it through another day, you know? So just want to say that, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye. Oh, and if you have any questions that because I couldn't touch on everything, I don't feel like I know everything that you may be wondering about it, let me know in the comments if you have any other questions about, like, side effects and stuff, or anything, whatever. See you in the next video for real this time. Okay, bye girl or guy.